Thank you. Mr. Secretary, you and I had what I thought was a very constructive conversation at the Munich conference about the importance of defending State Department personnel, and I appreciated some of the things that you said to us about that. But since we got home, we've heard the following statement from a White House deputy spokesperson. He said, "Too often we have people in this government, I mean the federal government is massive with millions of people, and there are a lot of people out there taking action against this president, and when we find them, we will take appropriate action." We've seen reports that the White House Personnel Office is compiling lists of so-called deep state people, disloyal people to purge. There are some 24,000 civil and foreign service officers, Mr. Secretary, who are also listening to you right now. They know that they have a duty to implement this president's policies, and they do. You called them just a moment ago amazing people. You know they're not working against this president. But they also feel they have a responsibility to share with you and their president their best judgment, to tell you the truth as they see it, whether it's what the leadership wants to hear or not. So my question is, if they do that, if, for example, a State Department official goes to a meeting at the White House and reports that there are more ISIS fighters today than when ISIS took over half of Iraq in 2014, that the strike against Soleimani may have temporarily hampered our ability to fight them, or if a public health expert working for you tells the public or the president that, you know, this virus isn't necessarily going to go away when it gets warm, are you going to back them up when they speak what they believe to be the truth? Are you going to stand by while people in the White House talk about purging your employees?
Yeah, actually, this is a really easy question. There is not a day goes by that State Department officials don't tell me things that I disagree with. Not one. Can't imagine. Big organization. I actually welcome it. I had all my ambassadors in this week. The Chief of Mission Conference was in town. I heard lots of voices. What I always demand from them is the truth, as best they know it. Their policy judgments as well. They have lots of experience, time on the ground in many of these places, and I always welcome that.
Are you willing to get into a fight with the White House if necessary, as all of your predecessors would have, in the face of these kinds of comments from like a 29-year-old guy in the White House Personnel Office?
Yeah, it's not about fighting. It's about being right. It's about making sure that we deliver on behalf of the American people. I do that every day. I work to make the case for delivering American diplomacy in the way that this institution always has. We've built it up. We have made it better than when my predecessors were there, and I hope that my successor makes it better than when I'm here.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I hope we see you do that publicly, and I yield to Mr. Liu.